The Houston Texans just made sure one of their most experienced defensive players is not going anywhere. 2 years, $12 million guaranteed. Sheldon Rankins is staying in Houston, and when you look at what this man brings to that defensive line, what he's been through in his career, and what he said YAS to coming back here, this move makes complete sense. Let's break it AL down. Alright, let's talk about Sheldon Rankins. 31 years old, defensive tackle, 10 years in this league. And when you look at his resume, you understand immediately why the Houston Texans did not want to let this man walk in free agency. First, the numbers from last season. Rankins started ALL 17 games for Houston in 2025. Every single one. 35 total tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, and he recovered a fumble and took it to the end zone for a touchdown. That is a complete defensive lineman. That is a veteran who shows up every week and does his job at the highest level. But here's the thing, this deal almost didn't happen because Sheldon Rankins has been around. He has seen things in this league. He was drafted 12th overall by the New Orleans Saints back in 2016, a top 12 pick. First round, high expectations from day one. He spent years in New Orleans, built his game, became a starter. Then he came to Houston for the first time before the 2023 season as a free agent. And then he left. After just 1 year, he signed a 2-year deal with the Cincinnati Bengals. And my God, that did not go as planned. The Bengals released him after just 1 season. Cut. Done. Back on the market. So, what does Sheldon Rankins do? He comes back to Houston, back to the city that believed in him, back to the defensive system under DeMeco Ryans that fits his skill set perfectly. And in 2025, he repaid that trust with the best supporting season of his recent career, starting every game, registering 3 sacks, forcing turnovers, and scoring a touchdown. Now let's look at the full picture of his career, because 10 years in the NFL as a defensive tackle is no joke. 133 career games, 90 starts, 281 total tackles, 49 tackles for loss, 33.5 career sacks, 5 forced fumbles, 4 fumble recoveries, 1 interception. That is a decade of production at one of the most physically demanding positions in professional football. And Houston is getting all of that experience, all of that knowledge for $12 million guaranteed over 2 years. $6 million per year for a first-round pick with a decade of starting experience who just played 17 games without missing a single snap. Nick Caserio is out here finding value in this free agency market that other teams are completely sleeping on. Think about what this means for the Houston defensive line going forward. You have Will Anderson Jr. coming off the edge. You have Danielle Hunter, who the Texans also re-signed this offseason, bringing veteran pass rush presence. And now you have Sheldon Rankins in the interior, clogging running lanes, collapsing the pocket from the inside, and demanding double teams that free up your edge rushers to go one-on-one. That is a system. That is DeMeco Ryans building his defense the right way, experience mixed with youth, versatility mixed with physicality. The defensive line in Houston in 2026 is going to be dangerous, and Rankins is a massive reason why. And look, Sheldon Rankins didn't have to come back to Houston. He had options. He had 10 years of NFL credibility behind him. Other teams would have called, but he chose this city. He chose this defense. He chose DeMeco Ryans and the culture being built inside NRG Stadium. From the 12th overall pick in 2016, to being cut by Cincinnati, to coming back to Houston and starting every single game of the season, to signing a new guaranteed contract at 31 years old, this is a man who never stopped competing, never stopped believing, and the Texans believed right back. The defensive line is being locked up in Houston. Hunter, Anderson, Rankins. That is experience. That is talent. That is a front four that opposing offenses are going to fear in 2026. Drop in the comments, are you excited about Rankins coming back? Did the Texans get a steal at $12 million guaranteed? Let Texans Nation know. Subscribe right now if you want every Houston move broken down before anyone else covers it. Hit that bell. Free agency is still going, and Houston is not finished building. Bull up, the defense is locked, and we are combing for the AFC South.